You are far smarter than you can ever imagine. There is no obstacle that you cannot overcome, no problem that you cannot solve, and no goal that you cannot achieve by applying your mind to your situation. Go on and...
Studio, damn it. Back in the studio.
Welcome back.
Welcome back. I fought with COVID, and I gave him a couple jabs and a couple uppercuts, and I got his ass out of here.
Knockout.
You know what I mean?
Knockout.
Listen, man, for all y'all that's struggling with COVID, I pray for y'all. I know what y'all been going through. All right, now.
I'm happy to have you back. Yo, I missed you, like real stuff.
Working at home is not the same as being here in the studio. Yeah, I miss being here. I'm glad to be back in the studio. Good morning, y'all. It's fucking Monday morning, and y'all know what, if y'all watching, y'all know what time it is. Oh, shit. Cock-a-doodle-doo.
Speaking of cock-a-doodle-doo.
Oh, Lord. Oh, here we go. What do we? Because I already know where you're going with this.
Know what I mean?
So how was your week? Well, how was your week? Yeah, I already know. Here we go. I'm waiting for her to say it, y'all. She can't help it. She can't help but say it. I know it's coming.
I mean.
Yo,
I had a heart attack last night. Real stuff. I definitely had a heart attack. Tweety, DCFL. But I almost had a heart attack last night, bruh.
Yo, she in here with y'all didn't even see her feet though. She comes in here with the cowboy Crocs on, bro. The cowboy.
She had to get Crocs. The cowboy Crocs.
What the fuck was that?
Anisha,
good morning, everybody. Good morning. Share this shit to your friends and tell them, come on down. Let's talk about some things this morning. We got a great show for y'all today.
Wait a minute. While y'all doing this, while y'all watching us, Eileen, Tweety, Anisha, you people that's on here, stop right now and share this. Stop right now.
Share it. Don't give me the answer. Well, thank you.
Like the shit and share it.
Yo, don't you have a birthday that you need to announce? I thought we talked about that. It was a birthday. It was a listener's birthday.
Happy birthday.
Yo, no, not the opera happy birthday. It's the opera happy birthday. Oh my God. Look, oh Lord, this is gonna be a wild show this morning.
It's gonna be wild.
Okay.
I want to start out first.
All right.
What's
up?
We got a sheet of paper over here. Good morning, sheet of paper.
His name is Sheet of Paper.
Sheet of paper.
He's looking like, what the fuck?
I was going to call him recycled paper, but recycled paper got like brown pieces in it.
So recycled paper has all kind of shit on it. He's just a blank sheet of paper.
He's a blank sheet of motherfucking paper. Good morning. How are you?
All right. So.
Hi.
He said hi. Yeah.
It's a very, very, very victorious Monday for me today.
Man,
we ain't gonna slide by the fact that
I'm not even. I'm gonna give you up. I mean,
Cooper. It was ugly. It was an ugly W though. It was ugly. That shit was ugly.
A W is a W. You know what the fuck is ugly?
What?
That fucking Washington football team is some ugly shit. I'm sick of it. Yo, you know what I mean? This is like the worst football. It's the same shit every year. It doesn't get any better. Can it get worse than this? Can it get worse than this? I believe it can. You know what I mean? I believe it can, but right now it's just horrible, man. It's nauseating to even watch this fucking football team. Dan Snyder, Roger Goodell.
Yeah!
Look. Yo, Dan Snyder, your days are numbered. Roger Goodell, you're a bitch. You know, and the reason why I'm saying you're a bitch is because Congress wants to see your results. But, you know, you wanted to tell them, no, they can't see them. Yo, Congress, I need y'all to just put your smack down, see the results, and get all the motherfuckers about it.
Do what you do to me. Come and get everything I got. Do what you do. What you would do to me. It wouldn't be a may I.
Nah, I ain't no.
You'd be rummaging through my.
God, it'd be all up in your house, looking in your personal drawer and all that shit. Everybody, fuck out of here. Get his ass.
They'll ask your elementary school teacher if she's still living.
Fuck yeah. Want to know your motherfucking business, man. Fuck, you know what? Enough is enough of this shit.
Go get that.
You know what I mean? But yeah, it's
So what's the problem with your team, real quick? Just
everything.
What's the problem? Outside is it a distraction? I'm not even.
It's not the distraction. Then I'm not even going to co-sign that. It's not a distraction. This, if you look at this is a typical Washington football team. This has been like this for 20 years. It's a typical. It's typical. This is the culture there. It's nothing different. It's every year the same shit. In the beginning of the year, everybody's hype. Oh, we got draft picks and we're building this team. And on paper, we look amazing. And we're gonna do amazing things on the field. And then when the first kickoff come, it's the same bullshit.
You know what really hurt my feelings? Honestly.
What?
Heineke's face when he threw that Hail Mary. And that shit just didn't, like his face, like he was crushed. That man is not the same. No, it hurt my feelings. Like it
didn't hurt my feelings. It didn't hurt my feelings. At this point, it doesn't. It doesn't. Here's what you need to do. You need to make some trades. I think there's some trades that need to go. Landry Collins is one of them that needs to go. There's a couple people. You need to make some trades because at the end of the day, we need a quarterback. We need everything. Wait, what the fuck am I? We need everything. It's just come on. Yo, we have a young defense that's playing like a bunch of bitches. How do you go from a top 5 defense to a fucking almost dead last defense? How is that fucking possible?
Let me ask statistical Stan. Stats. Come on.
Stat that. Okay. Where to begin? Yeah, it's a laundry list for that team. I mean, as much as I'm not a fan of it, I stopped being a fan of it after, like I said before, I stopped being a fan of that team once they fired Marty Schottenheimer. I felt it was the biggest mistake ever. And from that point on, that team's just gone a downward spiral. You can't, there's just nothing. I mean, until they change everything. I want this team needs to get its new nickname. It needs to get new uniforms. It needs a new. Mind you, the owner, if he's going to still be there, he's going to still be there. But it just needs it needs an identity, and its current identity is non-existent. And the sad thing is, if you're going to be, mind you, among the list of names that they want to be known as with the Washington football team, mind you, it's like you're going to be. It's like you're stuck on stupid, and that's what they are. They've been stuck on stupid. It doesn't matter who they bring in, and to coach this team, they still technically do not have a GM. If you call Ron Rivera GM, he's not that. It's start from the bottom up, and like I said, on paper, and what the whole analysts have been saying, that Washington defense is a joke. Their front four hasn't done. You had an opportune chance to decimate Denver's offensive line. The Ravens did it, but you couldn't. That's a problem. As much as you hyped up that front four, the Ravens stopped them and only gave them 7 points. That was it.
So here's is this a coaching thing? Is this a coaching thing?
It's everything.
Play calling. It's everything.
Everything.
It's everything. You know what? Fuck this. I'm sick of y'all. I'm boycotting y'all. That's just what it is. You know what I mean?
Well,
that's just what it is. I don't care.
I want to shout out my homeboy real quick. OT. OT, the man.
Shout out to OT.
For creating such a wonderful.
All right,
wonderful.
it's okay.
Wonderful.
I've seen bad. I've
wonderful hoodie.
Hey, OT, fuck the cowboy shit. I know it's all green at the end of the day, but fuck the cowboy shit. But shout out if you want to looking for some. Been there, done that apparel.
Been there, done that.
You can find the man on Google. You know what I mean?
Yes, sir.
Shout him out on Google because that was a big move for me. You know what I mean? Give him some reviews. Go check out his apparel, man. You won't be mad. This dude can do whatever you want. You know what I mean? He's a genius with it right now. He's probably one of the hottest in the game right now.
Especially
Get at him, man.
he's fucking this area up.
Yeah,
That's
man.
OT Kanye
You know what I mean?
on Facebook, OT the man on Instagram, and Google him. I think it's OT. Been there and done that.
Right. Oh, yeah.
On Google.
On Google.
Shout my man
Yeah.
out. He
You know, man.
reasonable and he get you. And guess what? He be bringing me my shit.
Yo,
like,
listen,
he
like serious
delivers.
shit. Look, so I ordered some shit from him, and it was like, yo, I ordered it, and it didn't take him no time to get
Where you
it
at?
to me. You know what I mean? Yeah, yo, I got that. Where you at? And yo,
In bed,
you know what I
nigga.
mean? Nigga. You know what I mean? I was like, I ain't had no problem though. I came right out and met up with him, and it doesn't take no time, man. Very, very positive black businessman.
Yes, sir.
Man, I need to holler at him, man. Black businessman doing his thing. He's killing the game right now. Get at him, man.
Get at him.
So it's November 1st, y'all.
Hey, happy
Yo,
Halloween day after.
Happy Halloween. Yo, I was an asshole last night. I turned my lights out.
Halloween?
Yeah, I turned my lights out. I put a sign on my door, no candy. No, I wasn't giving out candy.
That's the costume. You was an asshole for
You know, I
Halloween.
was an asshole, but I just think about no candy. I didn't do nothing. Don't come to my
Hey.
door. If you do, you're going to hear my dogs barking. They're going to try to get you. No.
I had one of my homeboys came over yesterday. A couple of them, a couple people came over yesterday because we had a Halloween party. Thanks everybody who showed up. Appreciate y'all because Down and Dirty had their party too. So people who didn't kind of go over there because it's a big event in our area, the people came to our house. So I appreciate the wave of people that came. We had a good time. I met some people that I didn't meet before. Anisha,
Okay.
thanks for pulling up. Thanks for the 1800.
Yo,
And
Nisha's dope.
And I was putting down decorations because we had all this, the front yard, everything was like done nice. And I had the door open. Some little kids came to my door. I don't
Really?
have it, yes. And they were standing at the door and I was like, damn. I was like, hey, hold on. Soy sauce and Taco Bell packs. That's all I had.
Really?
Happy Halloween. Soy sauce and Taco Bell. Not even, look, I was even mean because I liked the super hot ones, the super hot taco ones. I even gave them that. Like, because they was in my, bruh. I was like, you need something? I got you. It can't be a wasted trip.
Yo,
So-
like Ellen said, rent is due. I had no candy.
Did you?
You know what I mean? That's you know what I mean? Who dressed up as a bill or a mortgage note or something like that, yo?
I was a Chucky. I was a Chucky
I saw
dog.
you as Chucky. She killed it as Chucky, y'all.
Thank y'all,
You know what I mean?
Chucky.
Now I see some of these outfits. I have to say, oh shit! Listen, I have to say this now. Because, I have to be politically correct, and I can't. There's certain things I can't do
You can't
anymore.
do anymore.
I can't do it
I
anymore.
respect that.
But some of you motherfuckers didn't need to put on a costume because you already look fucking funny all year round. You look funny all the fucking time. So why the fuck? You just put on some shit and I was like, yo, you look like that with or without it. Some of you motherfuckers look real bad. Now listen here. Some ladies, certain outfits that you tried to be sexy with, it just wasn't working. God.
You can't make everything sexy.
No, you can't.
can't.
You got to know your body shape, and some of y'all look like an upside down question mark, and it didn't work.
Maybe that's what the intention was.
To be a question mark?
To
An
be a
upside
question
down?
mark. You didn't think, did you? See? See? You worry about the wrong shit all the time.
Yo, fellas, some of y'all look real, like, somebody has sent me this meme, and I just couldn't post it. I just couldn't pull myself to post it, you know what I mean? They were like, yo, some of these fellas is bitches. They just need to dress up and be themselves. I was like, whoa,
I know what you are. You're a bitch.
You know what I mean? Like,
The celebrities was killing it. Did you? I don't know if you was passing through. Kevin Hart and his wife did. I think people. You remember the Time video? Michael Jackson. and them,
Yeah.
They did some people from that, like the scene. Halle Berry did something. Like I think Sierra did all TLC. She did every.
Okay. I seen a couple people. It was looking good out there. Some of y'all look good. Some of y'all look bad. It's just what it is. There's another Halloween down. You know what I mean? And you're gonna eat all that goddamn candy. I ain't eating no candy.
Listen, you got all Halloween wasn't good everywhere.
No. Yo, it really wasn't. So this is crazy. This is a true story, right? So there was this guy in, I think it was Japan or Tokyo, somewhere like that. He gets on a fucking train and he's dressed like the Joker, right? And he starts wilding out on the train. He starts running around stabbing people on the train and trying to set the train on fucking fire. After he did all that, he's running around and people are, it's crazy. Really, look the story up. This is true shit. Yeah, he was running around stabbing people and then tried to set the train on fire. after he did all that and everybody trying to run and get off the train, this nigga sat down, crossed his legs, and lit a cigarette. Just smoking a cigarette, looking at the camera as they recorded him. Like, I'm just pondering what I did. Like, nigga.
In character.
Yo, so you have to remember, all the crazies are not here. We got crazies around the world.
Asian crazies.
I think he just recently saw the Joker. Then
He must have.
because there is a scene where he ends up beating up 3 guys
On the train.
He
does.
And
you know what I mean?
Yo.
Yeah, he must have, because he was dressed like the Joker. You know what I mean? And that's what he did. It was crazy. It was crazy, man. You know what I mean?
So we got to be careful, like, because that type of stuff is has a domino effect. And it's catchy.
Yes.
These people do copycat type of thing. So we pray and hope.
Yeah, that it doesn't follow here. Keep that craziness there. And it's like the dude didn't give a fuck. He just was sitting there like, okay, I did it. I'm gonna smoke a cigarette now on the train. Like, nigga, come on, man.
This is the scariest thing since I'm from Michigan, and in Michigan, they got the night before Halloween is called Devil's Night.
Yeah.
And on Devil's Night, the people that you don't like, you set their house on fire. Like
what? Pause.
That
Time
I
out.
heard about. I've heard.
Yes.
So wait. So it's called Devil's Night, right?
Yes, it's Devil's
and so
Night.
The people you don't like.
Yes, or who you beefing with, or whoever you feel
set
away
their house
about,
on fire.
you go and set their shit on fire. Like, we used to sit up as children. That to me was the scariest thing ever. My father used to tell me that because it happened to one of my family members. The same thing happened. Yes, that's how my father was like, oh, let's sit y'all down now. Tell y'all, don't be in these motherfucking streets. That's my daddy. Blah, 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 blah. Watch out, don't make enemies. These people out here is not playing. It is the day before Halloween. It's called Devil's Night.
Wow, that's crazy.
And this thing that happened yesterday with the Japanese guy, I got the same feeling when I was reading that I got when I was a kid. Like, Halloween ain't safe. It's supposed to be fucking fun.
It's supposed to be, but the motherfuckers is fucking it up. So you know what I mean. It's just getting worse by the years. It's getting worse. It didn't really. Halloween didn't have that feel like it usually has. Like
See, like 4 kids out trick or treating.
It wasn't really like kids out.
16.
I mean, but because of the pandemic, you have to also look, because of the pandemic, parents are not letting the kids do what they want to do. It's cheaper to just buy your kids candy and keep their asses home. Yeah, that's just what it is.
Do people still trick or treat though? Did you find? Because do malls give out candy still? Because you used to could go in the middle of the day with
and
your
go
kids.
apparently I don't know, because I don't have young kids anymore, so I'm not on that scene. But if somebody's on that scene, give me a call. Let me know you was out there trick or treating with your kids or took your kids trick or treating. Call us 301-232-5700. Please.
White man, what about you? Do you guys in your neighborhood? Do you guys?
Did people come to you and trick or treat?
Oh, my throat is dry.
Tweety, good question.
At our
Tweety.
complex, there's usually the rental office would have something set up.
Okay.
You don't take your ass to the rental office with your bag, do you?
No.
Okay.
I turn my lights out, or I'm.
See?
Last year, I went out and went to see Venom. I just because honestly, it was like, what's the point? Whatever.
I mean,
I'm not a kid anymore.
What do you ask?
Yo, is it fucked up that we can't go trick or treating ourselves anymore as adults? Yo, y'all putting on costumes. Is this a fair thing to say? You're putting on costumes. Why don't you go trick or treating? If you knock on my door, I'm gonna be like, get the fuck out of here.
Well, in a way, you kind of are, because you're bar hopping.
You are.
Yeah. So I saw a lot of people dressed up, a lot of adults dressed up. Going to the club. On Saturday and Sunday, or mainly Saturday. So they were. If you're bar hopping, you're trick or treating yourself. So you're getting
tricking. That's for damn sure. I wanted to say the young lady that won our Halloween contest, because we did have a Halloween contest.
Oh, you did?
Yeah, and she was the Queen of Hearts. But how Nomi is dope. Nomi is dope. How she does it is she finds, because everybody doesn't want to dress up. You know that some men just will not, or they can't, or whatever. Right. So we find the people who are not in costume, and she secretly says, write down your top 3 to different people, just various people.
Okay.
And she asked them, and whoever they come up with, more than one, and they have the people stand, they agree on it. And a young lady from Baltimore, she was the Queen of Hearts, dressed up to all the way, like the whole costume, and she won $50. So congratulations to her. Forget her name though. I forget her name. She's just Queen of Hearts to me. But
you know what I mean. So my sister Ramona Phillips said, she's like, it's gang initiation night up here, and so Halloween isn't what it is anymore. So my sister's in New York. She lives in the Bronx. You know what I mean? And she said people take their kids out early and make it in before dark. because it's gang initiation night. You know what I mean? That's just crazy that you got to live like that. It wasn't, but this is the world we live in today. You know what I mean? So it's November 1st, y'all.
It is.
And this is the date that you have to be vaccinated, right? This is the date they're talking about that you have to be vaccinated.
Or,
you know what I mean? Or you're going to lose your job. Is this something that's going on in your area? Is this something that you're dealing with? Yo, and that's how your boss is looking at you saying this. I mean, is this something that y'all experiencing at your current workplace? It is the first. Have you been vaccinated? I know a lot of people have, but are you experiencing this? Are you know what I mean? Because you have big stars that are saying fuck this vaccination, and I don't give a fuck if it's November 1st or not. I'm not going to do it. Are you one of those people that are going to stand your ground and say?
I'm glad we brought this up. Mr. OT, if you have a chance, please call us 301-232-5700. Mr. OT has very, very strong feelings about this. I
want to hear his opinion.
Please call us if you can, OT, 301-232-5700. If you think that it's bullshit, that is the case, and you still ain't getting it, call us.
I mean, but it's your right, though. At the end of the day, right? It's your right. It's your body. It's your choice on what you want to do with yourself. But you kind of saw this coming, that they were going to do this. You kind of saw that they were going to do this. Once they made the vaccination and they were starting to you knew eventually they were going to push it on you and say, if you don't get it, we're going to fucking fire you. Like,
did we know that? Did we know that on this street? We're talking about the government. Do we know that on this end of the street? I don't yell. On this end of the street, it would be a vaccination, and on this end of the street, it would be homelessness or joblessness. Like, did we know that? Did we know? Really? Did we know that? Sheet of paper. Did we know that?
Yeah, I mean, you really. I like you. Yeah, look, it's crazy though that's what it is. So your boy Ice Cube said fuck that, and was like, I'm not going to get vaccinated. I'm not believing in the vaccination. Nope. And the nigga walked away from $9 million.
We got to call.
We got to call her. Who we talking to? Call her.
Breakfast.
Call her.
It is OT, man.
What up,
morning,
OT?
morning, OT. What's happening?
Just shouted you
Been
out,
there,
big
done
bro.
that. What's happening?
Ain't nothing. She Kiki got that good Cowboys. Been there, done that on.
I see that, man.
Baby, I shouted you out. You
we
gotta
already
go
shouted
back
you out.
and
You
look
missed
at
that.
that.
You already shouted. You told people. Yo, real quick, OT, before you get to your comment, man, tell them where they can find your apparel at, where they can find you at. I know we can find you on Google, but let the people know so they can hear straight from you, bro.
Hey, check me out, www.btdt clothing, Instagram, Facebook. Hit me up in the inbox. I take care of you, man.
Always, he will. So, what's your opinion on this short topic right here?
November 1st, bro.
Hey, man. Hey, Tone, Kiki. I think it's a bunch of bullshit, man. Okay. Like, what has our country become when we decide for the people on? We make it mandated that they have to put a trial vaccine into their bodies, like. I got the vaccine, but I am standing strongly and firmly with those who have made the decision not to inject something into their body.
Okay.
Like, I don't want to hold y'all long, but I just feel like we're moving along the lines of a dictatorship, right? This is supposed to be America. You're supposed to be able to make a decision for yourself, right?
Facts. That's where it's coming off at.
I have a question for you, OT. Because just before you came on, I was telling Tone. Tone said we kind of knew that we were gonna be moving in this area, and I told him, I said, did we know, OT, that we were gonna have on one extreme end get this vaccine, on the other extreme end you lose your job? Could we see that coming?
I don't think we saw that coming because everybody put their faith in old Sleepy Joey. For me, I look at the principles of America and the freedoms that's supposed to come along with being an American. That's what bothers me the most. Like, these people have careers all their lives, and you want to tell them. Some people have medical conditions. Some people have religious beliefs, and you're going to tell them that you have to get it or wash your 29 years down the drain. Wash your 25 years down the drain. I mean, it's just a straight dictatorship to me. I don't like it at all. So
it's for someone who today possibly is their last day on the job, and they tell you, because my job told us that if you do not have this done by, we're going to receive that as your resignation.
Yeah,
So they're basically asking you to resign. Do you have any advice for a person that is in that predicament? Not that you are all knowing or you are blah, 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 but just because I got you on here, what would you tell a person who the job is asking you to resign?
Hey, a great question, man. You know what? I'm not an attorney or nothing, and I don't claim to be an attorney,
Yes.
but I would say this. I would not resign. I will go to work. I will do my job as I do every day, and I will make them go get the police, go get security, take my badge, walk me out, and tell me that I am fired.
Okay.
Because, see, here's the thing, sis. If you resign, right? If you say, you know what, fuck it, I'm going to resign because I ain't taking a shot. You have given up all of your legal remedies for
Facts.
unlawful termination.
Correct.
This is what I believe. I'm not no attorney, right?
Yes.
So I believe that somewhere down the line, this is going to make it to the Supreme Court.
I believe
And I
that.
also believe that the persons who are fired for not taking the vaccine will be owed just compensation for being fired unlawfully. That's just what I believe. Says I'm not no attorney. But one thing we know about white folks, right?
Okay.
They're going to fight your ass. If
Facts.
you think you're going to fire one of them and they believe strongly on something, you're going to have to see them in court.
Yeah, and a commercial,
Right?
and a
And I
commercial,
feel like this is definitely a wrong termination.
and a commercial will be coming out in 5 years.
Yeah.
Were you wrongfully terminated?
Yeah, right.
For not taking the vaccine.
Think about it, Kiki. Like I said on my live while I was hot, right? Think about it. We fight for women's rights to choose whether or not they want an abortion, right?
Correct.
We say, hey, that's her body. You can't tell her what the hell to do with her body. If she don't want to have the child, or she want to have the child, that's her right. So what is the difference in saying, hey, that's this American citizen's body. If they don't want to put the vaccine in their body, then goddamn it, they don't have to put the vaccine in their body. What's the difference?
Here's the difference.
Come on, sheet of paper.
It is a global pandemic. You want to go to various places, you want to go to various locations, but unfortunately, due to the fact that it's a global pandemic, they don't want to have you, if you are unvaccinated, go to a place where it is vaccinated. So that means that the constant pandemic continues. That's where we are now. We, as a society, sadly in America, we keep doing that. Tone told me early this morning of what happened to him because somebody had the nerve to be, who currently unvaccinated, ends up going to a place where that person was vaccinated and still ends up getting it. So as long as we keep doing this silly, stupid cycle of not, knowing the fact that hey, there's something here that can help prevent, and I'm going to say prevent,
Death.
but just prevent death, and that's the main
it
thing.
don't prevent nothing, but go ahead.
Because you, I'm sorry.
No,
The vaccine does not prevent you from getting the vaccine.
I understand
Don't
that,
even
but
do
it
that.
prevents you from getting any more worse than it was originally when we got this back in 2019. That's where we're
So
at
here's
right
my
now.
question. So I'll wait till you finish, and then I'd like to say something.
He said he'd let you finish the hill.
No, well, the main thing is this. I feel like I saw this posted on your Instagram, Kiki, and I'd say the fact is like, you had the picture of a guy who's, that bridge crossing, and it's like, hey, if you don't get vaccinated, you're going to lose your job. And
this end was like coercion.
Coercion and all that stuff.
Yeah.
It's not. The way I see it is like, mind you, pretty much you said it's a dictatorship, but really it's like, look, these are private businesses that are pretty much
The government ain't no private business.
The government.
The government is
Here's
not
the other thing
private.
about government. We're the government. The unfortunate thing is the people who's in Congress, those are supposed to be our representatives, and some of them are not representing us.
Correct.
So that's the main thing.
Correct.
Everyone needs to realize that we're technically the government. But the whole initial thing is that, look, all these private businesses, they are these are private businesses.
Government.
These are private. The government is just issuing out. It's like, hey, here's the facts. Here's the information. Here's what we're putting out there. Mind you, they're trying to encourage. Mainly, that's the main thing that what they're doing is encouraging people. It's like, you need to get this vaccination so we can, quote unquote, get back to some sort of normality. Unfortunately, you got not only stubborn people, but also in addition to, you got those dumb knuckleheads who claiming that we've done the research. This thing's got nanobites in here. These things they have AIDS in it too, and all that bullshit. Because technically they don't go to the CDC or any other website that knows what's really in this darn thing. So until they get proper information to read up on what is in these vaccinations, then yeah, you can be scared until technically, which the FDA has approved of, Pfizer and Moderna, to say, hey, it's okay to take this shit. What are you freaking afraid of?
Go ahead, OT. What's up, man?
Yes, sir.
You sound pretty emotional.
Because I'm sick and tired. Here's why I'm emotional.
Make you even more emotional.
Because the reason being is, go ahead. I'm going to let you talk.
Number one. We're speaking about the U.S. government. We're not speaking of no private places, because we all understand work at will. At least I do.
I was going to ask you about at will. Yeah.
I'm talking about when your president Biden says to government workers, you have to be vaccinated by November the 1st or you're getting terminated. That, my friend, is a problem in the United States of America. Secondly, if you are vaccinated, what hell does it matter to you that I am not vaccinated if what they claim is true, that if you contract the disease, the virus, that you will be okay? That's what they claim. If you're vaccinated and you come down with the virus, your symptoms would be less harsh on the body. You should be able to fight it off. Correct. I know, correct. So, for me, why does it matter? I don't give a damn if the next person beside me is vaccinated or not, if what they're telling me is true. See, we run a slippery slope. Yeah. We run a slippery slope of now, okay, I want to see your vaccination card for COVID. Okay, well, I want to see your vaccination card for AIDS, for herpes, for gonorrhea, for everything else that kills people. That's my problem.
Well, they do that for colleges.
It's a slippery slope. When you're in America, you should have guess what? If you don't want to take the vaccine and your ass fall down and die tomorrow of COVID-19, you made that decision.
Yes.
I should not be forced to have to take it. That's how I look at it.
There you go.
Thank
you, OT. I appreciate your call, brother. Always interesting with OT, man.
No, it is.
I mean, but he makes a valid point.
But you have to be careful, though, and which I was going to get at him. Did he hang up? OT, you gone? OT.
No, I'm here.
We were talking about the other day about kindly briefly speak about, like, if you're in a place that like the at will, if you're at an at will situation.
Virginia, anybody works here is an at will state. It's an at will. Virginia is not.
Yeah, if you work at will, like Maryland, if you're at will, some other place, some other states, the business can basically walk in and fire you for whatever reason they want. It's not no fighting that. If you work for an at-will company, they can fire you on the spot.
So you will not be contacted in 5 years for just compensation.
No, you won't be. You won't be contacted. And as a union representative, right, we try to unionize a lot of businesses so that workers can have these type of rights where, you can't just walk in and fire me for no reason, right? So just imagine, like, the government. Let's just stay focused on the government of the United States of America, right? Saying to you, you have until November the 1st, or you will have to voluntarily terminate yourself. Man, listen to what type of language is that? They don't want you to get no unemployment. They don't want you to be able to come back and fire them for unlawful termination. They don't want you to have no recourse. If you walk off that job, let's just be crystal clear. If you voluntarily terminate yourself, you're done.
But OT, that's what you're doing. That's what they think that you're doing when you don't get it. Is there a difference because they're saying to you, like they put ours in writing. If you do not have, and this is how they think they're covering themselves. If you do not do this by, we are going to receive that as your resignation because I'm giving you time.
Yeah. But that's still
So is that
being slick with dictating to you.
Exactly what you say. That's coercion.
Yes, they dictating to you.
Yes.
They're telling you, like OT, they're dictating to you. They're telling you, listen, if you don't do this by this date, we're firing you. In so many words.
Yep. And November 22nd, Nisha said, it's the federal government has to be done by the 22nd, she said.
Yeah, my wife had to turn her stuff in.
Because in our justice, in our legal system, right, you're supposed to have a recourse. If I don't agree with you, right, I should have a remedy.
Yep.
And like where you work at and all that type of stuff is going to be under the administrative law, right? Mm-hmm. So I should be able to have a remedy to file a grievance. Mm-hmm. I should be able to have a step one. Hey, look, I don't agree with this.
Yep.
A step two, we need to sit down with an arbitrator or somebody.
Right.
We couldn't solve it then. Yep. Now we're going to court, right? So if you're telling me that you're accepting it, guess what? I'm going to send you as an email, and it's going to say, I don't agree with this, and I'm not voluntarily terminating ourselves. We need to go to step one. We need to have a sit-down agreement or something to see if we can work this out. Because what happened to the exemptions for religious beliefs?
Oh.
How you going to – you would tell a Jehovah's Witness who don't take nothing that they have to get it? This is not America no more, man. This is over with. It's done.
Jehovah's Witnesses make their own. They have their own ideas. They don't take blood products. They could be down. They H&H could be 4 and 7, and they like God got me. Yeah. Jehovah got me. Like I'm not taking your products. I'm not getting nobody else's nothing. And because the vaccine has human DNA, it's from aborted fetuses. Some people it's their religion. I cannot have this. Yeah. But I need to work.
I mean, if you look at it carefully, it's becoming, like he said, a dictatorship. They're telling you what you're going to do, and if you don't do it, we're just going to kick you to the side. We're going to fire you, and like you say, you've been down for 30 years. You're fired. You can't collect You can't collect.
Can we throw in this little curveball? Little curveball.
Oh, I like curveballs.
Everyone's kind of complaining the fact that, like, since this is under the Biden administration, what will we be seeing or be this animated about if Trump was still president?
Trump would not have done this.
It wouldn't happen with Trump.
I don't think Trump would have done this.
Are you sure about that?
I'm not sure. I don't believe.
I don't know. I can't say that.
I don't believe that Trump would have mandated.
Because because when these vaccinations were being made, remember, with a lot of people, especially, I remember Kamala saying this, like, well, if Trump is still president when these vaccinations come out, I'm not taking it. So I remember her saying that.
Oh, wow.
And then, you don't remember that? Oh, okay. But then I added the fact that since this is Biden, since it came out during Biden's administration officially, and then you see Biden and Kamala taking it, you see they got the boosters, this past week and all that stuff. So again, you saying dictatorship, I'm saying encouraging. Now you can view it as whatever you want to see it, but I feel it's like, look, my mom recently got the Moderna booster. I just spoke with her yesterday. She's like, oh, I'm fine. Yeah, I've been good. So it's like, I haven't seen anyone die from this. I haven't heard from anyone dying from this. This thing is, again.
So I got a question for you, because now, as kids, when you're babies and you're born and your parents take you to get vaccinated, right? And you get these vaccinations, it's a one and done type thing,
right?
We're not going back for fucking boosters. So why is it that we're going back when you have to take a booster for
the
this?
main thing about this, because
the
strains are changing, and this is still this.
So are you going to continue have to constantly take
Possibly.
As of right now, yes,
possibly,
yeah.
Possibly.
Then that's not a vaccination that you're taking, though.
It's a precaution, just like
that's all. Okay,
it's a precautionary tales. These are all precautions. Yeah.
So is the condom. I know.
But look, real quick though, because I like how he keeps using the word encouragement. I'm really big on words, right?
Yeah,
and
me
the
too.
definition of words, right? Because that is for that's their talking points right now. Encouraging. To encourage my son to do something is not making him do it, right? JT, you should put on your white shoes. JT, go put your goddamn white shoes on now.
Yes.
I think it's a difference.
Yeah.
That is a
I think
difference.
it's a difference.
There is a difference, but here's where, like I said before. Now, mind you, the government or any government, let's say government agency, and as well as any private agency, they have the right to set standards of how they want to employ or keep employment for those who are right now vaccinated and unvaccinated. So,
But not how they're going to fire you, though, bruh. They
again,
can't.
it is
you
their
can't come from-
it is their
usually-
right. It technically, if as much as you say, you have the right to be employed, you have the right to try to stay employed. But then again, these businesses, in addition to any government services, as of right now, it's like they have the right to say, hey, if you want to come into this building, you need to be vaccinated.
But let me say something, please.
No, they don't have the right. Go ahead. Keep
Go ahead.
Because a government building belongs to the public. Like you don't have the right to tell me I can't come in here unless like the building is closed or it's just cut off to everybody or something like that. Security or
Just
something.
like how those people stormed the Capitol on January 6th. They didn't have they pretty much bulldozed everybody trying to demand things.
Yeah, that's a different story. Go ahead, Kiki. I ain't
Yeah,
in
see,
No, my concern with this is I got a text from one of my homegirls, Hot Sauce in New York, and she sent me this article that the firefighters, they don't have anyone. They saying, please, if you have emergencies in these areas, they're not going to be able to get to you because everyone has walked off their jobs.
That's what my
This is
sister
good.
said.
I heard
This
about
is
that.
what is
Slow down.
scary to me, and I
Good.
don't know what the recourse will be behind that. I think the Americans, the public, will suffer, and I don't understand how we're going to upend this because it's falling over. Like you have one thing, and you have a situation where I said what I said, and now the business that you're trying to preserve is now going to go belly up because the people that was doing your business ain't working no more.
But then
so
again-
what's the
Here's the other thing. The other thing is you may have to ask is one also where these places are at. Okay,
New
Keep
York.
them. Okay,
It's what I'm speaking
New
of.
York, yeah.
Fire
All right, we-
department, I think.
Yeah,
New York
hospitals.
environment.
Police
Okay.
department,
Police
even trash,
department.
everything.
Okay.
She- my
I
sister said
stand
the
with
trash
them.
just
I
piled
stand
up
with
on the
them
street.
good.
those certain areas, I feel like again they've been kind of up and down about those issues because again, based off of how their local government officials have been handling that situation. Because you know, I guess the Cuomo, how before this, the sex scandal stuff. Again, how he handled that issue about the vaccination stuff has been problematic, especially within not just only into his citizens, but also again to the police department and fire department. We already know about Texas and Florida how they handle those situations because pretty much their government says, nah, you don't need it, you're fine, and all that stuff. So again, based off of depending on how your local government officials, mind you, federal and local are two different things. Federal government is putting, again, I'm going to use again this word, encouragement.
Oh my God! Oh my God!
Just hear me out. Putting it out there to say, hey, mind you, local government, they're sitting there saying, hey, we're going to do what we want to do. So you got to also look at those two aspects of how certain things are being pushed out there.
So let me ask this: the Bill of Rights, talking constitutional, the first 10 amendments of the Constitution is the Bill of Rights, right? Number 1, the right, the freedom of religion. No government, the heck with private stuff. We talking about government. We talking about Joey, Sleepy Joey, and that crew, right? No government should be infringing upon a person's religious beliefs. If I walk in here and say, hey, I don't want the vaccine, reasons, blah, 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 blah. Should that not be the end of it?
It should be end up. Here's my documentation supporting that. This is what I will submit to whatever testing you need me to submit to. I will wear my mask. I will continue to do whatever. I just need to be here, and this is why I cannot do the thing that you need me to do. I want to hear white man speak on that. Because okay.
To counter that, you have free.
No problem.
I just want to hear it.
Okay. To counter that, you also
now we're talking about the Constitution. Now we're talking about
the
when you go to federal court. All they want to talk about is the law, black and white,
19th century signage. Yes, I know.
All right.
The sad thing about this is, mind you, is it can be countered, and that's why they also it can be. You can have freedom of religion, freedom of speech, and all that stuff, but it counters to the fact is like, hey, the government can, or it's not just, mind you, you're saying to the government, again, any government services stating the fact is like, hey, you, even though this is your religional belief, and we will respect that part, but as to, nowhere states the fact that you will be cut off from, you will be, accepted employment in a place where certain situations to handle based off your religious belief. Meaning the fact that, like, if you are not abiding by our rules to be employed to based off of anything else, we can't accept you. Meaning the fact that if you don't take this, I don't care about your religious belief. I mean, honestly, it's pretty much that's because again, this is about safety. You also have to consider the fact is like this. Like I said, we're in a pandemic where it's
not about safety.
And again,
I'm gonna tell you, it's not.
Again, if he wants to throw in lawyer talk and all that stuff, this is what we're doing. I know the fact. I know it's fact. It's not really isn't. But at the same time, this is how the government is thinking. It is.
Well, that's how people. That's how you get the push-pull from people, because you said one thing and that thing is not happening. So people who have healthy immune systems, who been snorting this shit for 2 years, that never had it, you're saying to them, fuck that. I know, I understand, but if I've never had it and you tell me get the vaccination, you never get it, and then I fucking get the vaccination and then I fucking get COVID.
Hold on. I
fucking get COVID.
So here's what I'm saying. I got the vaccination because I like to travel. You know what I mean? And I can't go places I want to go because you got to be vaccinated. Now, I turned around and subsequently, I got COVID. Some jackass gave me COVID.
Sheesh.
Right? Seriously. So this guy gave me COVID. So here's what I'm going to say. My symptoms weren't as bad as what they stated with people that didn't have COVID. Not saying that people aren't dying from getting the vaccination. Not saying that. People are still dying, right? But I credit that to say that my symptoms weren't as severe. You know what I mean? I lost, what most I had was I couldn't smell shit. You know what I mean? I couldn't smell anything. But I could still taste. I didn't have body aches. I may have had a fever once or twice, but a little Tylenol broke it and it didn't come back. So my body was able to fight it off a lot quicker than people that didn't have it. And you've seen in the beginning of COVID, when people were getting COVID, they were in the hospital for like 2 months and 3 months. You know what I mean? And they were on a ventilator.
Right. That's individual. Because I know my girl T-Mac had it. The reason why she knew she had it is because she couldn't smell or taste. The body aches, no. She was tired. Yes. She was tired. The fatigue was there. So that is very individual. And I do want to say this, and this is, I've been working at my hospital over 20 years. That flu shot killed me every year. I got into the 4th to get it, and I'm gonna wait because I'd be almost about to join Jesus from the flu shot.
So but like you said, that boils back on individuals, because I get the flu shot every year, and it doesn't do shit to me. It doesn't do nothing. Like when people that got the COVID shot and they were experiencing off the second shot, they were experiencing symptoms or something like that. Were sick. And I was like, okay, I don't understand because I didn't experience it.
Because the fight in them was harder. Like I think the fight in them, because they're introducing. So they're trying to make your antibodies jump up. They're trying to get antibodies, trying to get you your things to fight, and they're trying to get them to recognize this. And some people it downs them more.
You know, the funny part is that, like you said, T-Mac, she didn't know that she had it.
She didn't.
I didn't know I had it. I didn't know. I felt fine. I didn't know. You know what I mean? I felt like I had like this head cold. You ever get a head cold and you're like, I felt like I had a head cold. But then something wasn't right. And I came home one day, I was like, damn, I'm fucking freezing. And I'm always hot. But I was freezing. Touch me, burning up. Got 102 fever. Uh-oh. Something's not right. You know what I mean? I don't ever get a fever. So this made me go and get tested, and it was like, yeah, sure enough, you have COVID. Okay. You know what I mean? But all the other symptoms.
I told you, count yourself blessed.
I was lucky. I'm blessed.
I say count yourself blessed.
But
because
that doesn't work for everybody. You know what I mean?
Right.
Well, let me.
Right, but the thing is, Tone, before I go, y'all, the thing is, Tone, whether not to get it or not. You know what I mean?
Yes.
You had a choice and you got it. So,
that was my choice.
You know, it
That
did
was
what
your
it's supposed to
choice.
do with you.
Yeah.
That's not the case with everybody. It's still people that get the vaccine that still die. Colin
Facts.
Powell just died.
Yeah.
But, of course, everybody's
Yes.
going to say, yeah, but he had cancer. He had
Yeah.
a thumb in his mouth. He had this Greek disease. Of course, all of us have medical issues. Everybody has medical issues.
Yeah. You know, I mean, it's just...
Thank you,
But look,
OT.
hey,
Yes.
I love
Thank you,
y'all.
sir.
I'm going to drop off. I love y'all. Great show. Keep the conversation going.
I need you
All
to
right,
go
brother.
back to the
Yeah.
beginning, and when this is over, and look at your shout out, and you share that
Yeah,
shit,
man.
bro.
Y'all
Share
get
it.
that, been there, done that closing line, man. You better holler at that boy.
Thank you.
He good. Thank you, OT.
But speaking of someone who stands firm on not getting this, my man,
Kyrie.
your man Ice Cube
Ice Cube and Kyrie
left $9 million
on the table.
on the table.
Kyrie is like, I'm not doing it, and you catching a lot of flack for it. I mean, you know, it's once again, it's their opinion, it's their body. But you know, what can we do? This is going to be a conversation that is going to still be had. Yo, real quick, yo. I needed to touch on this because did y'all hear about this? So I researched this story before we get into the topic, y'all, because the
topic is coming.
No, there's a topic coming.
It's coming in
There's
5
a topic
minutes.
coming.
5
this
minutes.
topic is gonna fuck you up. This is gonna be a fucked up one, but hold on. So I really wanted to talk about this real quick because there were 3 kids found, right? They were living in the house, and their 9-year-old brother or the 8-year-old brother was dead.
Yeah.
And the body was decomposing, and the kids were living in the house, and the mother was just abroad. These kids were running around the streets looking for food, right? And they were ages. The oldest one was 15? Because I said the oldest
15.
was 15. Then it was like a 7-year-old, and they were young kids in this house, and they were living with their dead brother that was decomposing. Now here's the crazy part: this story just broke the other day, and the kid, the kid that was decomposing died last Thanksgiving.
Last year.
They were living in this house, you know what I mean? And the mother was like, yo, I would just check on them every 2 weeks. Bitch, what?
Yes.
Yo, these kids, you just left these kids to fend for themselves, these babies, and their brother died. Now, the catch is, it was a black lady, and I believe it was in Houston.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And it was a black chick, and she had a white boyfriend. The boyfriend is charged for murder because he killed the kid.
Ain't that much dick, especially pink dick, gonna let me.
Like, what the fuck? These are the people that work.
Yeah, we live them up.
So the boyfriend's in jail. He's got $1 million bond. The mother's got a $900,000 bond. I think they need to be put under the jail.
Under
Do you
the
know what
jail.
kind of trauma that's
I was
going to
gonna
cause
say,
them
the
fucking
babies.
kids?
The babies.
Like, really?
Shout out to the neighbors.
Yes.
Who were feeding these kids every day, giving them food because they had new and creative ways of trying to get food, but it wasn't the neighbor ended up calling because the little boy she gave him pizza.
Yes.
And he had made a comment like, "Oh, this is the first time we had pizza." She said, "We." He was like, "Yeah, like me and my 2 siblings." That's what she ended up calling him.
If I can, you know what I mean? Yes, he got a bond, OT. So if I can, what I'm going to do after the show, I'm going to post this story on Real Talk Uncensored's page, so you can check this out for yourself, man. This is real spit. Like, yo, these kids were just starving. They were running around the street trying to locate food, but in the same token, you got your little brother decomposing in the house where you at. Pause for a second. Do you ever see a decomposing body? Do you know what that shit smells like?
Do you know what on the road?
On the road, when you see roadkill and it's decomposing, and you drive
You
past,
be like,
you're like,
what the fuck is that?
Oh my god, damn!
You driving your car going 60 miles an hour and you smell
still
it.
smell
like it's in the car.
So here's what the part that baffles
Golly.
me is that you're in a house with a body is decomposing. Do you know how bad that smells? And these kids had to live in that.
And then how do you not tell? Like, because I guess it must have been encouraged.
Well,
that they don't say anything.
Exactly. So, and the mother was like, "Hold on." This was the mother's response. Well, I didn't know that he was dead. I didn't know my child was dead. What the fuck? What? Wait.
Okay, the smell. The fact that he ain't called your name in a year.
The point is, she said she would call and check on them every 2 weeks. That's what she said. You will call and check on them every 2 weeks. Bitch, where were you at? You know what I mean? Now, T Woods, I agree with you. Both of these motherfuckers need a death penalty. They need the death penalty. That should be death
tonight.
Instantly. You know what I mean? And fry your soul and cook them real slow.
You need to be on that train in Japan. Just saying.
I mean, but I will, for those that want to really know more about, I will post a story so you can really check the shit out, man. Now, you want to get to the business at hand?
Let's get to the brother. Hey.
Here we go.
It's 9:54 a.m.
Here we go. Here we go, y'all. You know what I mean? Now, this is a topic for the day. This is going to be some fucking fucked up shit.
Fuckery.
Okay. This is scenario one. Your man comes home, right? Let me read this correctly, y'all. You know what I mean? Your man comes home, and for 2 weeks, he ain't give you none, right? You ain't get no sex for 2 weeks. His reasoning is he was taking a piss outside and a bug bit him on the tip of his dick. He got a bug bite on the tip of his dick, and now his dick is sick.
Yeah, you need antibiotics.
Really, nigga?
This is real now. So hold on now. And this is not made up.
This is true story.
Not made up. This is a true story here. This is true shit.
Huh?
Yo, OT, listen, y'all. This is not made up. This is a true fucking story. I swear on a stack of Bibles, this is a true story.
Can't make it up.
This man came home and told his significant other a bug while he was taking a piss outside. A bug bit him on the tip of his dick and made his dick sick. And he can't have sex for 2 weeks. Going on, she looked and said, "Oh, okay, no problem." Accepted it.
You ain't got none of them things that say, "Get the fuck out of here." You don't got nothing over there that say that.
Yo, so now. Hold on, y'all. Hold on. Now. Yes, J Blood, it's an STD. Hold on, we're gonna get to that now. Let's move on to the future. And this happens again. This dude comes home, and now your significant other gives you something, and now you got the sick coochie. Your coocie's sick. Your pH balance is off. Your shit fucked up. Yeah, your coochie coughing like that. You know what I mean? It's burning when you're peeing. You got shit oozing out your coochie. It ain't right. So now you go to the doctor and you get yourself checked out. Mm-hmm. Right? You get yourself checked out, and the doctor says, well, somebody gave you an STD. You need to talk to your sexual partner. You need to talk to your mate. Now, you're married, right? Mm-hmm. And
that's it.
You're not sleeping with nobody else.
Nah, just him.
Just him. Now you go to him and say, hey, look, what the fuck? Nah, it's your fault why I got my dick is sick. It's your fault.
I was about to come and holler at you about some shit, too.
Yeah, but it's your fault. And he makes you believe that it's your fault why he went out, slept with the trash can, and got his dick sick and made your pussy sick. But it's your fault.
What?
Listen, y'all are laughing, but this is true shit. Now, I know some of y'all been in situations, and we're grown. You know what I mean? I've been burnt. I've had, when I was younger, I got burnt, and that shit was like the worst feeling in the world. My dick was sick. There was shit oozing out my dick. I couldn't pee right. Every time I peed, I felt like I was shooting like a flamethrower coming out my dick. It wasn't right. You know what I mean? But that was me because I was young. I was just running through some shit, and I fucked this nasty bitch, and then I got burnt. You know what I mean? And okay, wait a minute, hold on, that wasn't cool. But I couldn't blame nobody else for what I did. You know what I mean? So I was in a relationship. I stepped out, did my thing, came home, and I had to fucking finagle for 2 weeks. Yo, I had to finagle like headaches. I got headaches. I don't feel well.
Are you serious?
Yo, I had to do what I had to do because I know I went to the doctor and the doctor was like, yo, you can't have sex for like 2 weeks. You got to take these antibiotics. You know what I mean? They're like, yo, you got to do this shit. You got to get it out your system because you're going to affect somebody else. Okay. I came up with all kind of excuses not to have sex. I would purposely stay out, work overtime. There were times here's what I would do.
Because you have to. Because they're going to, look, they
Here's what I would
me.
do. I would fucking get off work and would just sit in the fucking car and just sit there for hours and play on my phone and do it to kill time to make sure when I got home she was asleep.
Oh, my goodness.
Yo, I had to come up with creative ways for 2 weeks because, yo, how could I look to go home and have sex with my significant other and give her what I got? They got me exposed.
And to blame, look, you know what I mean?
She's not. So whoever asked that, Ellen, she's not creeping. She's not creeping. She's not creeping out. She's home taking care of kids. She's a homemaker. She's home taking care of kids. She's not creeping. You know what I mean? This is a true story. This is true shit. What are some of the craziest ideas? Like, what would you do? If you came home and you looking at your man and it's been a couple days and you're like, all right, I get this tired, but then it goes on a week or so, and now you're into like a week and some change, and you're like, what the fuck going on here? You know what I mean? And your man is looking at you and giving you some wild stories. What if your man looked and was like, yo, honey, I was out in the backyard, I was out somewhere, and I took a pee, and a bee stung me on the tip of my dick. I can't fuck you. My dick is fucked up. It's shit oozing out his nigga dick, but I can't fuck you.
He wouldn't tell me that because I'm smarter than the average bear. You're not gonna insult me and tell me that. I don't know where that work at. I don't know these people that you know that you know. I don't. It ain't me though. Because guess what? I'm going to find out. I'm a vampire plus a day walker. I ain't got to sleep. You do. I'm gonna figure some shit out.
Okay.
Go ahead, sheet of paper. Sorry.
Come on, because this is true. Yeah, I know he over here tripping, but this is true. We gotta talk about this because here's why I say we gotta talk about this because people, you know what I mean? People step out and shit happens all the time. You know what I mean? And now you and this can go for females too. Female can step out and catch some shit from a dirty nigga. You know what I mean? How do you break that to your significant other? It's bad enough that you cheated. It's already bad enough that you cheated. Now you cheated and your gender parts are sick. You know what I mean? They're sick.
First, we have to address the fact that you are stepping out butt naked.
Niggas is getting
you
COVID
going
in the
raw
coochie.
dog, yo. Outside.
Facts.
Let's talk about that too, because now because you did that, you need all this smoke. You might as well just come and tell me. Look, I stepped out. That's the best case, because if I go to a doctor because my coochie is coughing and it's yeah.
Look, I'm just saying. Yo, they giving you a COVID test in your coochie. You know what I mean? Like, nigga,
yes,
you swabbing your coochie. Like,
yes.
Nigga. I'm just saying. So how would you, have y'all been in that situation? Do you know somebody who's been in that situation?
Okay, ladies and gentlemen. One, never happened to me. Two, will never happen to me. Because I'm always protecting myself.
Oh, okay.
Yes. So that's the number one thing.
I was gonna say celibacy is sexy.
Even celibacy. Lately, it's been good God. All right. So forced celibacy. Let's put it that way.
Okay.
Yeah, long time. Anyway, for this gentleman, I felt like, mind you, I'm giving you this information for good, not for evil.
Okay. Whatever.
Is there anything else wrong with any other, besides what's going on down in your pubes area? Mm-hmm. To help please your woman, you know you got other things to work with. You have your mouth.
I was thinking that.
Okay.
You have your hands.
Okay.
Hey, some people may like feet up in there. Who knows?
Toys, like whatever.
Toys
you like.
and all that
Okay.
stuff. And
I know where
that's
you're
the
going.
thing. It's like I understand. You know, mind you, your fans will say, "I want that real good. I want this,
This dick.
and all that stuff." So, but if your man is not fully capable,
Yes.
again, this is for good, not for evil.
Okay.
Encourage him to use other parts of his anatomy. And I feel like a lot of people are missing that point. And a lot of people are missing that sense of, mind you, everyone just wants to slam, bam, thank you, ma'am, and all that stuff. I know you all want that, but there are times where, again, he can be tired or he can't get it up and things of that nature, or he may be infected, but then again, you don't know that.
And look, it better be organic.
Okay,
It better be organic.
yes.
It better be
Pause,
organic. You better
pause.
just come in here
So-
like, and baby, just I'm pleasing you tonight, and that's it.
Right.
No,
Make
but
it an
at the same
event.
token,
Then
you
you
will
have-
go down there and you motherfucking get the child down and you're eating some pussy or whatever.
I
after you
understand
finish
that.
some
True,
pussy,
true,
and
true.
now she's gonna look at you and be like, "Nigga, I need some dick
Not
now."
all times though. That's what I'm saying. It's got to be organic.
yes.
It can't be the night that me and you was drinking and
For 2 weeks?
No. If it's organic, if you just want to get me out the way because you working a lot of overtime, I
All
would
right.
take that. You know what? And for real, you can come on here with this, whatever, this little toy, whatever. As long as something, but it's got to be organic. It can't
Okay.
be, because you sound like a nervous Nelly. I was in the car.
Nigga, I sit in the car and wait for her to go to sleep
And
before
all-
I came in the house.
That's what I'm saying. And now we're calculating. Women, we counting these numbers. Hey, 2 and 2 is making 6
Right.
like shit. What the fuck?
But so now let's talk about the bold dude. Like, and I get what you're saying. You gotta find ways to please. But you talk about this dude that's
Thanks for
bold.
bringing
This
that
dude
up.
is an idiot.
He's an idiot. He is an idiot. He's a fucking fool.
I mean, you
But-
start off by saying you got bit by a bee, and,
No,
and
he
then
got bit by a bug. He said, now mind you, this is a part I'm going to kill you with. This happened. This story is out of New York City. It is out of the Bronx, New York, right? And I can't
Just
give
like
any more
Charlamagne
details,
said.
but I can just say it's out of New York, and the dude is in New York, and he said he stopped. And you know, you as a man, us men, we pee anywhere the fuck we want. It doesn't matter. We have that right. We can pee wherever we want. I am 48 years old, and never in a once of history have I ever peed out or a bug has come close to my dick. So for you to say a bug, well, you were peeing and a bug jumped up and bit you on the dick.
Were you in the jungles of Africa? my
Nigga,
nigga?
something. And you in New York City, so that's a jungle, but it's not. Yeah, but no bug is gonna jump up and dig. Them New York bugs ain't thinking about you now.
unless it's a rat.
Let's go because now you know you have somebody that's gullible, that's gonna go for anything.
That's what. Come on.
And here's what it is. And they're gullible. And because now that was about the dumbest line I've ever heard of somebody lie to a female about or lie. Period.
And it worked.
And it worked. It worked, Kiki.
Yeah, she drank the cool.
Our educational system needs help.
Nigga, that's not even an educational system at that point.
That is control. Like,
What is it?
He encouraged her
you know what?
to
He
believe this.
encouraged her heavily. You know what I think? I think she probably didn't want. Like, okay.
Is it that much? Is it that
Here's
much of being in
transparency.
love with somebody?
Nope. Here's transparency.
Okay.
So, I was at the time. This was in my first relationship, my first real one. When I was living with someone and things wasn't right, sometimes I did not want to face the fact
Okay.
that this could be happening. Like all the signs, baby, all the hairs, all the little red flags, all that stuff. But I had so much to lose at that point. I pretty much turned my back until something came smack me.
Okay, so can I throw a little twist in here now?
Yeah.
You have a child together.
Yeah.
Your child is young.
Yes.
Very
My baby was young.
Impressionable at this age, and he's witnessing this shit, and he's hearing your arguments and stuff that you're arguing about, and you're arguing about your dad is out here cheating. Clearly, you know your dad is out here cheating and doing his thing. You know what I mean? At what point do you, as a woman, say enough is enough of this shit?
Everybody's enough is different. Like now you can't get me with that. Like, bruh, for real, I'm on stuff, and I trust my intuition now because I trust my conscience. I trust my intuition. I trust that thing in me that says something is not right. Back then, I don't know if it was the immense cockiness that said this nigga can't be cheating on me.
But is it cockiness on his part?
Of course. It's manipulation. It's manipulation.
Yes.
It's manipulation.
Yes.
Because you know you can't. And there are women out here for real who their man is their king. And that is my blah, blah, blah. What he say go. And you know, it's dumb, but okay.
So now moving forward, that was the first time. The first time, y'all, he was like a bug bit him on his dick, right? She went along with it. Now, it happens again. And he now, at this time, he doesn't give a fuck. Go home and have sex with his significant other. And his significant other
contracts it.
Gets this whatever the fuck he had. You know what I mean? And then when she approached him with it, he placed the blame on her and said it was her fault. And she made him do what he did to go out there and creep. I mean, the arrogance of this motherfucker. This is an arrogant motherfucker, but to look at her and be like, it's your fault why I went out here and fucked the dirty trash can and the trash can juice got in my dick and made me sick and now I came home and fucked you and gave it to you, but it's your fault. And you're at this point where like, okay, what are you doing at that point?
It depends on the person because I'm playing this out in my head and I can see, I know some people for real, some narcissists, some liars and these crafty with their mouth. You got a phone call? Okay, hold on, caller.
Yes.
Hello? Caller, who we talking to? Oh, go ahead. You go. Hold on, caller. Hold on, caller.
Give me 1 second, caller. I know some people who have that control, that mind control, that over their significant other, or they're fearful and they just got to go along with it because shit, it's bad already. Like I know some people that has happened to. Thank you for letting me finish that, caller. Who we talking to?
Who we talking to?
The caller is Ramona Phillips.
Hi, Ramona.
Hey!
What up, though, Tone sister?
Y'all know I had to call in on this. Number one, let's be clear. It's coming from the Bronx, New York. It ain't me. Let's just be clear on that. My brother done shouted me out, said, yo, my sister's in the Bronx. It ain't me. I ain't that foolish.
No,
okay? I may be foolish for some things, but
yes.
I'm a woman of a certain age. One thing that I think is so important to add to this story, in addition to, like you said, Kiki, P.S. I love you. You my sister adopted. I don't know if you know that, but
yes.
You are. So one thing to add to the manipulation, just a little extra fire. He then turned around a week after that and told her he wanted a divorce because she's not living up to his standards. She isn't the woman that she needs to be. He's feeling unwanted and all of these other things, and this whole relationship is unhealthy.
Yeah.
So she turns around and then flips on him, like goes cuckoo bird bananas, right? Cusses, carries on. His parents find out and call her and tell her, you need to apologize to him because he's been a good man to you. Okay? She then goes, because, see, let me tell you something about me and my brother in case y'all don't know. We are professional shit stirrers, okay? I just do it quietly.
Yeah,
I
pretty
just
much.
whispering things in his ear. So, because you know what it is that these things that come across your ear are just so unbelievable. You got to say, hold on. I need you to say that again to me slowly because you can't believe somebody is this gullible, right? And so now she is depressed. She won't barely get out of bed. She's thinking, she literally is saying, everything is my fault. He's right. I shouldn't have done this, that, and the third.
Master manipulator.
And you, as that person, are trying to like reach in and tell them like, it's not you. It's not you. Wake up. See this, see that. But now let's fast forward and everything is cool again. All is forgiven. And y'all are living happily ever after at this moment.
What the fuck was that?
No, seriously. But so y'all can see, this is a true story. This is a true story. And this is very real. But now, the question is there are the women out here like that. And Kiki is looking perplexed. She's looking puzzled. She's over here like really fucked up.
Thank y'all for letting me call in.
Thank you.
I'm going to call back and get it back on the other side.
Appreciate you. Go somewhere, but don't go nowhere.
So, the point behind this is that there are really women and men out here. Because, hold on, there are women, when you can switch this role because it can go either way. It can be man or woman. It can go either way. And you have people out here that will allow that. And they will take that.
I like to bring up one strong point because as I go back to the story, when you first told it, I think I know why this happened.
Why?
You said she's a homemaker. She stays home. So that man probably has autonomy over everything. He had power of power of attorney, so to speak. So she probably is in a position where he is her everything. And if you tell me you don't want me or blah, 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 she can't stir that shit. She ain't got, I don't know her.
Okay.
It just appears as though he has autonomy over everything, and at the risk of losing everything, I just got to take what's going on to keep this lifestyle or whatever.
No, your life happening. So, at what point do you wake up and say?
Does that make any sense though?
In my mind, it really doesn't make sense, but I understand what you're saying.
See it?
I can see it, but I don't want to see it because I'm like, yo, you can't never give that a person that much power over you.
If you walk into a person that's broken already. And a lot of these people, these powerful men, these people, they do that. They'll find something that you lead with. You lead with insecurities. Yeah. You lead with battered history. You lead with these things, and you attract these type of people, and they take advantage of that. Does it make any sense, sheet of paper? I mean, can you understand what I'm saying? Am I being as clear or? Get calling 301-232-5700.
We want to hear your opinions about this.
I mean, this.
Am I reaching?
You're not reaching. I think that depending on the scenario, based off the scenario that Tone mentioned earlier, and then the elaborate story we just heard, a few moments ago. I mean, it's gotten to the point where it's like, look, the individual that got infected or what have you, just is a selfish asshole. That was it. I mean, let's fully be clear, but let's hear what the caller has to say.
This is great. Caller, who we talking to?
It's your friendly neighborhood Batman.
Batman!
We put it out. You answered.
There you go. Come on, Batman. Here it comes, because I know it's coming. Come on, Batman.
I really believe that I kind of want to back what Kiki says.
Okay.
If the brother is paying everything, if she's just in the house and taking care of the kids and washing and cleaning, which is a job, by the way.
Mm-hmm.
But, most of us men, we don't see it as that she may be and she may not be producing enough finances or any finances at all to be on her own.
Okay.
Much less to provide what she, the lifestyle of the brother is possibly providing for her now.
Mm-hmm.
It can't be too extravagant because it's in the Bronx.
Mm-hmm.
Pause. Mm-hmm. However, it's more than what she has. So she may be a little bit more. She ain't stupid. Ain't nobody stupid nowadays, man. You know what I'm saying? She knew the business. She knew he was putting it in somebody else before she even started burning. Women are not as stupid as we think they are.
Correct.
Or as they sometimes portray themselves to be. She might have been quiet, planning something on her own, and her own plan might not be in the season where it can come to fruition and she can roll out on him.
Right.
Who knows when it comes to the mind of that black woman?
Yeah.
However, but because he's the boss in that situation, you know what I'm saying, she may not have a choice but to take it in order to survive around 51st and Concourse. It's survival time around there in the Bronx.
So, but what, Batman, so at what point do you feel survival mode kicks in and you got to start doing for you? Especially, mind you, there's a child involved. So at what point does this woman wake up and say, this is some bullshit, I got to have my own? Or does that even ever happen?
She probably been saying it to herself from time to time throughout.
Okay.
She probably was saying it within herself months before this burning situation came up. That's what I'm saying. Women know, man. They know. She just have to get the courage. If she can't get it from a girlfriend, then life is going to force her to make that decision.
And this is the case that happened. He wanted what he wanted, but I wanted to ask you, Batman, let's go back to Ramona. She said everybody been telling her, like, blah 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 blah. She has the support and the the people around her to reintroduce and to show her herself. So what does she have to rely on then? Like for that what you call it, the kick in moment or whatever.
The aha moment.
The aha moment. Like what?
Yeah, the aha light bulb moment.
Mm-hmm.
Where?
That's gonna have to come in when Slim just put her out. Because that's next. Because he want to move the new girl in.
And here's
But
the
yeah,
new
when he
girl's
say, "Look, baby, you gotta
trash."
go."
The new girl's trash. The new girl made your dick sick. So that means she's not only fucking you, she's fucking other people. She's dirty.
He's trash too because he allowed it, and he kept going back, and you
Yeah,
kept
but the
going back
trash
unprotected,
can.
and you brought that shit home to your peoples
up?
because you said he said fuck it.
What's up, Batman? What'd you say?
The trash dispenser is not the only girl.
Facts. Facts.
See, when a brother got some side ones going on, he just don't have one side. What black man, you don't got one side?
Whoa, pause. I got to stop you right there. Batman, before you. I want you to finish your
Talk to me,
statement,
bro.
but I got to stop you right there because this is a black woman and a white dude.
I forgot about
I wasn't listening properly.
No,
I didn't know the
I'm sorry.
brother was
I'm sorry
I forgot about that.
because we didn't. I didn't stress that. I didn't give that information, so we assumed it. No.
See, that's good radio.
That is.
So
That's
here's what
great
it is.
radio.
And so,
That adds about 4 or 5 new contributing factors.
does.
so now let's look at it from this segment because this guy is a white guy and she's a black woman, right? And so
Oh, that's her master. That's her master.
That's what it
It's the
is?
slave
Yeah.
complex. That's
So,
her master. That's
what did you say? Say that
That's the
again.
slave complex.
So she's a slave.
That's it. Yes. That's
And
her
he's the
master.
slaver. He's the slaver.
And as Ramona just put into our comments, that it ain't even him that's providing the financial aspect. It's his parents.
His parents are paying everything.
Oh, okay. So he got a little bit of paper. Yeah.
Well, he
got
don't have paper. His parents.
Slave master.
His parents got the paper, but the slave master. Okay, now.
That's her slave. That's her master.
This is. Does it change the aspect on things now? Now that y'all know this scenario, you listen and you find out it's not a black guy, it's a white guy.
Yeah, she needs some therapy.
I agree.
Yeah, she needs some counseling and therapy because the mentality that the little white boy has is the same one they had back on the plantation.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? He got tired of little nigga. He been hitting off, and kid or not, the kid don't make no difference.
No.
You know what I mean? He just got a kid by a nigga. That's all.
And you know what's funny? Batman, or not funny, that's astounding to me, is that she will never win because if he's just backing up what he's been taught from his parents, and they hold all the cards. She'll never win.
I didn't think of it at that point.
The best thing that he did was let her go. The best thing he did.
So it would be the best for her to just walk away from the
best
situation.
thing that how he did shit. I appreciate the way he did it. The way he kicked her out and did all that stuff, because for real, I believe that in that mentality, she would try to return if it wasn't extreme.
Okay.
If it wasn't extreme. So he did her a favor. He did her a favor. Sorry, sis.
The extreme rejection should cause her to give her enough motivation
Correct.
to build something for herself.
Correct.
Look, real quick, I like to get a little shameless plug if I may.
No. I got you. I got you on that. I got you. I'm gonna need you to call back probably about 10:45. I got you on that.
Okay, bet.
Okay.
All right, one.
All right.
All right, one.
Later. Thank you.
Okay. So no one is left. They're working on it, right? They're still there with each other, and they're working on this, right? Listen. This is a real live. This is some shit that you would see on. What was it? What was it? Not. What was it? Jerry Springer. This is a Jerry Springer topic, but this is true shit. This isn't made up for TV. Let's get ready to rumble. You know what I mean? To get the midgets coming out fighting. You know what I mean? But this is real shit.
We never had white man weigh in on it.
And so I want to know. Because I know there are people out here that have been through similar situations or have heard of similar situations. So these people are out here. And there are women and men. Men are gullible too. You know what I mean? Because sometimes men are the weak ones and the woman is a dominant one. Mm-hmm. A woman can be the dominant one.
Correct.
You know what I mean? And the man, look, he's the weak one. Ricky, I'm behaving. Ricky, I'm behaving. Ricky, you know what I mean? Rick James, I'm behaving. Just shout out to my man Rick James. But it can go either way. My point is, it can go either way. And this is a scenario with a woman and a man, and the woman is just like, she's allowing this shit. And damn, it is the slave mentality.
It is.
My master can do whatever the fuck he want to do, and I'm okay with it.
Just keep a roof over my head. Just he provide me with the necessities that I need to keep moving.
Can I ask how old is these people? Does it mention how old they are?
What's the age?
Oh, they're in their 30s. They're in their 30s.
Okay.
Millennials.
All right. Mind you, as much as you want to put that slave mentality out there, I feel that's, I don't know. I just don't agree with that aspect.
I like you oppose that. Come on.
I just feel, again, it's your typical, guy stepped out. He was, he got burnt and literally, and then comes back, give it to his woman, and he first denies it and then gives it to his woman and tries to deny that how he got it, and then once he gets it again, blames her. It doesn't matter if it's an interracial relationship or not. It just to me, it's just that is.
I can see that.
Yeah,
but the escalation for me, it's the escalation for me.
Oh, he's in his 40s. Oh, I'm sorry. Excuse me.
Well, then and he gets money from his parents?
From his parents.
Yes, he's in his 40s.
He has no job, or he does have
wait a minute. I'm going to say this. He has a job. He has a job.
But he gets allowance from his parents.
He works for the city. It's the best way to put it.
Okay.
Works for the city.
So he's a city official.
Yes.
Okay.
But I agree with what Kim said. Now that he has mental control over her.
I would say that at the same time, I feel like
in this,
and especially if you're in your 30s, for her aspect, being in her 30s, or they're both in their 40s.
Okay. So no, she's in her 30s and he's in his 40s.
He's in his 40s.
He is. I can tell you this much. He's a first responder. He's a first responder.
Yeah, anyway.
So hold on. Because they're in this is just a piece of the scenario of the shitball that they're in. The shitball is bigger than that.
There's more?
There's more wild shit to this.
Is there room for more?
This is proves the fact that he's been in his radio game for a long time. He held out some things.
He did.
He held out a lot of things. Continue.
Good job.
Okay, so when I say this is bigger, right? Now, how can I say this? There was a drug addiction.
Who had a drug addiction?
Both sides. Right? No, it's the catch. The drug addiction on his side was so bad that he died in front of his wife and kid. And the concern was, is my husband going to be okay? Not about your child. You were worried about your husband being okay. And got sent off to go to rehab, and he controlled the situation with her from rehab. In a tattoo shop. They were hanging out in a tattoo shop.
Wait.
Listen now, because this is true shit. And this is true shit. They were hanging out in a tattoo shop, and the man OD'd and dropped dead on the floor. Turned fucking blue in the face. Are we talking about
the same people?
Yes.
The white dude and the black girl.
Yes. And died on the fucking floor in the fucking tattoo shop from overdosing, right? He had to be taken to the hospital and they revived him. Her dumbass fell out because he fell out. And they took her silly ass to the hospital. What happened to the kid? The kid was there to witness all of that. Yeah, no, you still now moving forward, you're still in a situation where this dude and you're still with this cat, right? Now your situation, now your coochie sick. Now he comes home coochie sick. What's next? What the fuck is next?
He's a drug addict. That's why he's out here raw dogging. He's a drug addict.
Yes.
And No. So he's alive?
Yes. Clearly, this scenario is recent. the dick burning and the bug biting me on the dick. This is current.
She's sick too. That's why she believed that shit. She could actually.
I guess, like I said earlier, this is more beyond, like after without if with this added stuff, but yeah, it's just throw out that whole slave mentality. No, this is that I can believe. That I have to believe the fact that's like, because mind you, I've heard drug addict relationships before, and that is like what it is.
So okay, but now, so now you're sober. You know what I mean? And the parties, or at least I know one party's been sober for what 9 months, 9 months.
Okay,
now.
congratulations.
Right? Congratulations. Right, but now you have this scenario here, the scenario where you made me sick. You gave me a disease, and you're upset. That you know what I mean. And then now you want a divorce, and then at first you scream out, "I want a divorce," but then you end up staying and saying, "Hey, let's work this out. Let's be a family. Everything is hunky dory over here. This is my husband, and we love each other." What kind of sick Jerry Springer shit is that? This is some what was this fucking show? Jenny Jones type shit. This is Maury. This is shit you see on Maury.
Is this Jada and Will?
No, but we gonna go there. Ladies and gentlemen, let's, you know what I mean? But enough of that. Moving on.
How about no?
Look, this is crazy. That's another sick bitch. I think that's another sick bitch. You want to go there real quick? You want to go there?
We should go there.
With Jada, here's the problem with Jada, and I think Will is not the bad guy here. Will is taking the high road. In my opinion, with Will, he's taking the high road. He's been a good dude. He's like, all right, I'm going to let it ride. Jada is having a midlife crisis. She's fucked up in the head. She's lost. Somebody asked me a question. Somebody said this to me. I saw this meme, and somebody said this to me. It was like, yo, what if Jada was married to Tupac, and Tupac never died? Would she still be acting the way she fucking acting? I think not.
Tupac was one, a New Yorker. Two,
he
a
lived
Californian.
in New York.
No, but I'm getting ready to go around the block.
Go around the
Two,
world
a
with it.
Californian. Three, a Crip of Blood, and a fucking hood nigga. No. White man, were you kept abreast of the Will and Jada?
Sadly, yes.
Could you brief it up for our callers? Could you just brief it up for our callers?
Okay, briefly is this. Like about within a year into her Red Table Talk, she mentioned the fact that her and she stepped out with August, a friend of Willow's, and all that drama. And she ends up telling Will on her Red Table Talk, or pretty much further disclosed that on the Red Table Talk. And pretty much Will just took it. And now it's just more these silly information comes out. Jada, does she really want to be with Will and all that stuff? Honestly, I kind of agree with Tone said. It's Jada's on a midlife crisis, which Jada's acting like a dude, and I just think that. I mean, ever since I first saw her on A Different World, she just had that persona and personality. And I do kind of felt like, yeah, because even though she kind of denies the fact that her and Tupac had an actual relationship, if anyone ever saw that stupid Tupac movie, she's been denying the fact that like they quote had a relationship or not. But honestly, I felt like they kind of did, and because. They were kind of made for each other. Yeah. I just feel sorry for
Do you think that it's a manipulation on her part for his way? Like the way she carrying, like, yo, you know who to do that shit to.
I mean, true. But the thing is, mind you, you have 2 kids with this guy. You try to have this blended family with his prior wife. And stuff, but honestly, it's like I really don't understand Jada that much. I think Will's been pretty much put himself out there for especially these last few years. Mind you, he's 50 now, and he's he's a bit wiser and all that stuff. And it's a funny thing. It's kind of weird. It's like another celebrity couple that they're broken up was Brad Pitt and Angelina Jolie. Right. Brad is the older person, and Brad was kind of like with that scenario is like he didn't want any extra kids. He didn't, but Angelina was doing a lot of her own things, and he wasn't really feeling that. He wanted to be pretty much a homebody, except whenever he works. Here, I feels like Will, he's doing his own thing. Jada hasn't really done much except since except for this red table talk, which I think has been more damaging to their relationship than ever.
It's a relevancy thing, you think, for her trying to remain relevant.
In a way, yes, yeah. Because honestly, it's. I mean, she's still not a bad actress. I mean, the last thing she did was Gotham, which I still was a stupid show
or whatever the nurse RN or something. Yeah, she did that, was not bad. Yeah, but I feel my personal opinion is this is unfair. Will do not deserve this. For him, does not do not. He does not deserve this. For him to be a working act, probably arguably number one. Because he comes up with something all the time, and he's never not working. Two, to remain in a marriage and to allow, like, to me, when they did the red table talk and she was telling him or whatever, it kind of reminded me of Mike Tyson and Robin Givens, like when she disclosed that shit on Oprah. I mean on the old chick Barbara Walters show. I felt like. Is he on? Like, how do you do that? Like the utter disgust that I have for her airing out their shit. Why do we have to know that y'all ain't fucking? Why do we have to know?
I think it's beyond Hollywood. I really think this is beyond Hollywood. Because we've been rumored. We made these rumors. The fact is that it's an open relationship. They probably doing their own thing and all that stuff. Will's probably screwing up. But then again, it's like when she mentioned about her in August, it was like she put that out there. She did, not anyone else.
No one came to you.
Yeah, and the fact that I just felt like, damn. Because mind you, as all black folk, we tried to support black love, and we felt we wanted to support this, and then this just fell apart. And honestly, you look at it, and it's kind of like, I think this is all Jada's fault. Jada is jaded. It's sad to say.
I mean, it is, and in some ways, I think Will take some responsibility in this too. You know what I mean? Because you let your love blind you and allow her to do some of these things that she's doing. You know what I mean? And he loved this woman. She made it rightfully clear. I never wanted to get married. I didn't want to be married, but you tried to love this woman or make this woman love you the way he wanted, and now it's eroding. It has eroded away. And
20 years?
20 years. Yo,
2 kids 20 years later.
24 years.
24 years. This chick, in the last 24 years, how relevant has Jada Pinkett been? Or Jacob, whatever her name is. How relevant has she been? Have we seen, like, with Will?
Your mic, Tone, your mic is not on.
My mic isn't on?
That's what. There you go.
Okay. So, my point is.
Y'all good now?
Can y'all hear me now? Oh, okay.
Okay, go ahead.
Sorry, folks.
The point is that this dude for 20 years has been relevant. He's always relevant. He's been busting his ass to supply a lifestyle for this chick that she wouldn't normally have. You know what I mean? Her claim to fame of what was it? Different World or Low Down Dirty Shame or Jason's Lyric.
Yeah.
That was way back. You wouldn't be able to live the lifestyle. So is it fair to say it's possible that she faked it to make it all this time? And now it got to the point where you can't fake it anymore. And now you may be getting some new young dick that make you feel some type of way.
Let's go back in history. Because all this stuff, it's just full circle. Remember the first, I got a good memory. The first interview. Picture it, Sicily, 19, no. Back in history, when they first did the interview back in the day when they first got married, and she was saying Will was corny. She'd have never fucked with a nigga like him because he didn't curse. His raps was corny. Blah 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 blah. I only fucked with him because he was relentless. He kept on and kept on and kept on. He wore me down. This is a pure example. This is the end result of that beginning, right? No.
I think so.
You never fucked with him for real.
You didn't fuck with him. You used him so you could have a comfortable lifestyle. That's exactly what this is. You know what I mean? She was used to the thug type. She was used to the fucking Tupacs of the world.
And I get that, but if the X factor ain't there, let this man go, because for real, he was I think fresh off a divorce from Trey Mother.
Yes,
fresh off a divorce, and to me. He
wanted Jada, and that was the reason for the divorce, if I'm not mistaken, because he wanted to be with Jada.
He did rush it, correct? He did rush that.
Well, his first marriage, he mentioned the fact that he was young because he married young.
Yeah.
And I remember him stating the fact that he was a bit immature in that relationship. And then I think within a couple of years, he hooked up with Jada. And then their relationship flourished from that point on, and that's end up sparking all of us the TV show. So.
Do we look at her differently? Because I've
always looked at her differently.
Her and her mama too.
Her mama ain't rap right either.
Yeah.
There's something about airing out my dirty laundry. Like
at some point, it's kind of weird to see. Again, when it was one thing where it was Jada doing it, but Jada, her mom, and Willow doing it. Mind you, Willow, I still think
Any
of her.
Topic too.
Yeah, and it's like I give her respect and for her to open herself like that, but then again, at the time, it's kind of like. Girl, what are things that your parents really don't know about you?
They're running out of content.
To be relevant.
You're running out of content, and now you grasping and you're reaching.
Who are you talking about running out of content?
I think
Jada?
the red table thing. That thing, okay, it was a great idea. I can't knock it.
For the pandemic.
Yes, great idea for the pandemic. And I think now you've reached your apex, and you need more, because I guess the numbers must be dropping, or people are not checking for you no more, sweetheart. It was the facial work that I didn't recognize.
It sparked Facebook Watch, but
right. So I feel like go somewhere else, get some other content, bitch.
She doesn't have anything. She has nothing else.
You deserve more.
And Will, I credit you for taking the high road.
I do.
He hasn't said nothing. He's just like, okay. And in someone's
he has the meme and his sad face.
Yeah. You keep blasting him, but he's taking the high road. You know what I mean? He's got a new movie coming out. He's got a new movie coming out. He's continuously working while this bitch is home just being wacky, doing stupid shit with her crazy ass kids.
Where do you draw the line, social media wise? Like, where do you draw the line as far as oversharing?
It is oversharing. And here's what it is. If me and my wife are having a disagreement, or we not seeing eye to eye, or we arguing or something like that, and you're not going to know about that. I'm not going to social media to put my business out there. That's not nobody's business. I'm not talking about it. I'm going to sit back. I'm going to fucking chill. And when you see us, you're not going to know. There's been times that me and my wife have been in events and we've been out places and we've been beefing. And you wouldn't know. You would know. You'd be like, oh, them niggas, they good. But in the back of my mind, I'm like, this motherfucker get on my goddamn nerves. And in the back of her mind is, I just want to kick this nigga in his nuts.
But we gonna have a good time.
But we have a good time. And then when we get back to our private life, you know what I mean? We'll finish having our discussions there. But it's not for everybody to see. And at that point, I think right now that Jada is doing this shit for attention. She's doing it for attention, and the sad part is that there are women out here that agree with her thinking.
Bruh, listen, I'm gonna brief this all the way. I'm gonna go Flint, Michigan on you, okay? Will shined up a turd.
Facts.
You are uncouth as fuck, Jada. He shined up a turd. He picked you up, tried to give you this grandiose lifestyle. You fucked that's why the kids act all weird. The boy showed up as a white roach to somebody's wedding or something. Like,
facts.
And you listen, love the kids. Jada, You're the one. You mention that song? One of these things is doing its own thing.
Oh, yeah.
One of these things is
She's on her
not
own.
the same. You need to get the fuck. Yo, you are toxic. He shined up a turd. He tried. Will you try it? Call me. 301.
232-5700. Bitch, we want to talk to you.
We got questions for you.
Yo, come sit at our black table. Come talk to us at our black table. And we'll talk about it at the black table,
survive this. Because for real, she would survive it. That is so fucking uncouth. That man tried to elevate her.
And you right now, and I think in the long you're making yourself look. Yo, here's what it is with Jada. Here's what it is at this point with Jada. Jada's just a jump off. Jada is a jump off. And unfortunately, he married, like you said, he married her. He shined up the turd, made it look real good. But a turd is going to be a turd.
Yep, stank.
And it's going to be stank, and she's stanking right now. And Jada is not the chick that you just smash Jada. She's a cumbucket. You just fuck her and keep it moving. That's just what it is.
So they have to go
Am I
back.
wrong?
So everybody who went back and put relationship goals, go remove your hashtag from that post. Because this
nigga Ricky said, Jada, don't worry about Kiki. You can call me. Yo, oh my God! I'm just saying, this is
Before we get out of here,
yo, today starts voting, y'all.
Don't go there yet.
Okay,
I'm sorry.
I was excited about it.
I'm excited as well. Just give me 2 minutes on
All
this.
right, come on. What's up? What's up, Kiki?
I'm talking about for me to explain it and for people to comment. 2 minutes. If a scenario, if you and I are dating and we go together and you live out Stafford, I live out Lanham, I really don't see you that much, but I talk to you all the time. And me and you in the MC community, which we are, and I meet up with you at these various instances and blah, 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 blah. Is it wrong for me to pour out the shit that I got to tell you because we fucking here? I see you and you don't want to talk about it because, it's an event or whatever. However, I don't see you, nigga, and I got to tell you this shit.
So first of all, if you're at an event, right, and we meet up and we don't see each other, but we meet up at an event, and now you want to start airing out dirty laundry at the event?
I need to talk to you. And this is about everything that I wanted to say to you because I don't see you.
Motherfucker, don't you got a phone? Do you live in the Stone Ages where you don't have a fucking phone? Even if you don't see me, do you not have a phone? Pick up the phone and say, hey, look, I got a problem with you. You do not go to a person's event and use that as your time to get your shit off, because now that's disrespectful to the host. You're being disrespectful to the host. You don't air your dirty laundry out there. You got an issue with somebody. Yo, pick up the phone, call them, say, hey, look, we need to sit down and talk. That's the key word I always say is communication. Communicate. And clearly, you simple motherfuckers, whoever is not communicating. And if you're not communicating, this is what happens. As soon as you see it, and especially as soon as you see the person, now you want to air it out. But that's not an appropriate time to do that.
And what if the liquor and the emotions?
Well, now that's the key. There's the key there, because now you said the liquor's involved, and once you get that liquid courage, it changes the whole fucking dynamics of everything. You forget about your sense of normal shit to do. Like, I wouldn't do this. You lose that. Like, you see women get drunk and do stupid shit. Niggas get drunk and do stupid shit that they normally wouldn't do when they're sober.
Liquid courage.
Now, at that point in time, as you're starting to get drunk, and you're significant enough, I'm with you and I see you starting to get drinking and you're starting to have a couple drinks in you, I'm gonna pull you aside, babe. I think we need to slow down. You know what I mean? I think you need to slow down. Either that, I'm gonna get the fuck out of Dodge because I already know what's coming.
No, because now I'm gone. Bitch, you wasn't saying that when you ain't fucked me right last week. Because I've been waiting to tell you that.
Pause.
The bug bitch you on the dick, huh? Look,
you just did a Jada on me. You just did a Jada on me.
You see what I did there?
You did a Jada on me. We got a caller?
We got a caller?
Caller, who we talking to? Hello?
Hey, it's Batman.
Batman! Yo, what the fuck? What's going on, Batman?
Well, it's 10:45. You told me.
Come on, drop it on us, Batman. Drop it on us.
We have it written here, but go ahead.
Listen, we real hard on Jada, right? But she was. I know you moved on, but it's the mentality of men like Will that we have to begin to deal with, Tone.
Is it when I'm thinking that you're gonna? Are we thinking the same mentality?
Let's hear.
I know what it is.
We thinking the same mentality.
Okay.
Just because a man has millions and millions and jillions of dollars, as Will Smith had, that doesn't make him alpha. He pushed his agenda. I know Mr. Clear is probably sitting in his seat right now, but
yes,
that doesn't make him alpha. He pushed his agenda on a woman that didn't want that agenda. She didn't want that big house and stuff like that. She said that at one of the red tables. She said, I ain't want all that stuff.
Mm-hmm.
He called me. He told me he wanted me. I'm his girl. He offered her security. What woman in life do we know that's not going to take that security?
Facts.
And she's 50 years old now. At 50, I'm going to turn 53 in a couple of weeks. Mm-hmm. You don't fake no more. You get tired of faking.
Facts.
So Jada hit the wall. She hit the wall. She getting old. She don't give a damn no more. So she letting it all out.
Uncouth.
But she ain't the only woman that got tired of faking the love and attention and adoration for a man that they've been married to for years.
But at my expense, my expense on social media, at my expense, you can be tired and get the fuck, but you gotta overshare to the people who support and love our situation.
Well, no, I think what Batman's saying is like she's not the only one. She's a woman on a national scale where she can do this nationally and everybody sees it. But we talking about, I think Batman's speaking about the women in the neighborhood. And
I realize that, but having a person on this having a person on a national scale, you're gonna see more of this.
But you're setting a trend.
It's all about her now. It's about her now, and a woman is going, especially at 50, a woman's going to always present herself in two fashions. She's either going to be a victim or a victor.
Yep.
She ain't presenting herself no other way in no open social media scenario. She got to be the victim, crying for sympathy, or she going to present herself as victorious. There is no middle ground. But it's mentalities that we'll have that we need to address, Tone.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And women can't do it for us. See, we've been waiting too long and taking too many cues and, I'm not going to say advice, but too many cues from women on what manhood is.
Encouragements.
And a woman cannot sharpen a man. Only a man can sharpen.
Facts. That's like, you know, I
So, because we know this,
look, because there's certain people in this studio right now.
Batman, where can people find respite? Where can certain men get with men they want to sharpen each other?
Sharpen that iron, man.
Where?
It is my prayer that Mr. Clear would come, Mr. White Paper or Clear Paper, whatever monicum he's going by this week.
Yes.
Would avail himself to join us this Thursday, November 4th, at OT's event spot, 7772 Marlboro Pike in District Heights.
Oh, I know what it is.
We're going to have food. We're going to have a little drink. You can bring your sip, whatever you need to sip on.
What time?
And as men, 7 o'clock,
okay.
7 p.m. this Thursday, November 4th. My man, Big Silk, Melvin, I hope y'all can make it. All we're going to do is get together and support man's issues. The things that we deal with, PMS, power, money, and sex.
Yes.
We're gonna get a proper understanding, and it's bigger than alpha and beta. I'm not trying to make it an alpha and beta thing, Mr. Clear. However, as men, we want to support one another, and when you do that, you support a man with information. When the women get together, me, Kiki, and Tone, and Mr. Cole, and whatever, we get all the women and men together. We can express some emotions, but with men, you have to give men information. Information empowers a man. So we'll get together, we'll cry for about 5 or 10 minutes if we need to. But after that 10 minutes is up, we're going to learn some things. We're going to share and inform one another. And we're going to find that gives us strength. November 4th, this Thursday, 7772 Marlboro Pike. Come on out, see Mr. Coleman, OT, me, and a few other brothers that's going to bring some information that's going to empower a black man.
I'll put the information up on the page. You can find it up on my page.
I'm gonna steal the information. I'm gonna share it.
Yeah, we're gonna put it up on our Real Talk Uncensored page, and then I'll put it up on my page as well, and tag Batman in it so you can get to him if you need to. That sounds like a good thing. I wish that I had a beard. And I got a mustache, but I wish I had a beard so I could pull up in that joint and pretend I'm a man so I can see what's going on.
You can get one. You can get a fake one pulled on. I was in the store the other.
Whenever men get together, it's a powerful light that takes place.
Indeed, and I wish I could be there.
Whether we clowning or whatever.
Yes.
But you know me, Kiki. We done did stuff like this before.
Yeah.
You know that I'm not on no clown time. The brothers, you can bring your drink, bring your weed, whatever you need to bring. To prepare your mind for some interaction. Just know I ain't on no clown stuff. I ain't on no party stuff. I'm on some real life enhancing, healing, strengthening vibe. Mr. Clear, Mr. White Man, you know, I would honor your name if I actually knew it. However, I would love for you to be there.
Okay.
The fellowship, because I think you're a brilliant man. Come on out and bring some of that brilliance in to the environment.
Appreciate you.
I appreciate y'all, Batman.
Hey.
Go somewhere, but don't go nowhere.
Man, this is another fine show.
Yes. Now.
Vote time, nigga. Let's talk about it. Listen. Voting starts today. Today is the first day of voting. You're allowed to cast one vote per day. You know what I mean? I think is it the same way like it was done last year?
Paper.
You know what I mean? So I know voting is done once. It's done. You're allowed to do it once per day. You know what I mean? And we need you to cast your votes. Unfortunately, because I was sick, I didn't get to find out are we nominated. What are the nominations? Do we know?
Here we go. Here's how the rules work. Beginning today, 12 a.m. this morning, until November 30th. One vote is allowed per 24 hours per IP address, meaning like you can't go from your email address to another email address. You can't do that. Okay. Although you'll be able to vote more than once during that period, the system will not count those duplicate votes within that 24-hour period.
So use another device.
Yes, or another device, another email address, whatever.
Okay.
We will, let's see, I will be sending details on the radio. Okay. The information about going to the Rippies is another day and time, but again, it is December 18th is the official Rippies Day. You two, again, have been nominated. The official nomination was revealed this past Friday at the costume karaoke down at the Hilton Garden Inn, where the Rippies will be at. So it was a well-attended event.
I know, Chip.
Yeah, Chip, that quick song.
I told him, I said, bro, I have to work. I told him I cannot make it.
Actually, surprisingly enough, Chip and Tez has been looking at your show. Tez has been commenting on the variety of names you've been giving me the last few months. But all in all, he does mention the fact that you guys are a good show. So I just want to pass that along to you.
I fuck with Chip. Chip was all right.
Yeah. I received that. That's big coming from Chip. Yeah. I love him. That's big.
At the same time, he still felt like he was discouraged from the game time, so because he didn't know his football, so that was his fault.
It's okay.
So, but anyway, Chip and Tez from Chip Chat, they will be hosting the event on December 18th. 6 p.m. is the pregame, so you get to see you two if you do 10. When you do 10,
well, we'll be there.
Yeah, because you were there the last time we were there, because you got your first award and you're hoping to get your third. So, and then at the same time, 8 p.m. is the actual award date. They will be some lively commentary. There will be actual live band performing. So please do attend.
If you've never been to the Rippies, I would suggest come out and support. It's definitely a dope event put on.
We ain't suggesting shit. We telling y'all it's coercion. We encouraging you.
Every time I've gone, They put on a hell of a show. What was it last time they had to do? It was just a hell of a show. Let's put it like that.
Come fuck with us.
Come fuck with us that night.
So where can
we vote?
As of right now, again, this is where the Rippy says by Chip Chat. That's what was happening. As the voting and such stuff like that, I believe it's on the website and I believe it's the app. So as of right now, I cannot officially tell you that, but Trump will inform me and then he'll pass it along to you so you can put that on your personal social media and also on the app because, again, there's ways that you guys can communicate through the app. And keep in mind, January 1st is coming and we're getting the F out.
Yes.
What do you mean getting the F out?
We're leaving the Facebook.
So it's going to be all
yeah, so we're going to need y'all, if you want to support the show, we're going to need y'all come January 1st to...
we're getting the F out.
To get the app and the app, and we will figure other creative ways to engage with y'all. But to support the show, we're going to need you to get the app and tune in through that way. You can still watch us through the app, and can they engage with us through the app?
Yes,
he said
yes. There is. We if you've ever seen the Download Show Tuesday nights at 8 p.m. They communicate through that. There is a message page there, so it's very easy and accessible to comment there, and very free flowing. So I do highly recommend.
Because we are built on interaction.
Yes. This is a show. You must trust me. You can constantly be interactive on that. It's not just.
So if you don't mind, go to your app store and look up Rip Radio and download the app for us. You know what I mean?
Tell a friend.
But right now,
Pass
it's
it on.
voting time. We I guess are we up for show of the year again? Are we
nominated?
All three. You three are all three of it. Just YouTube personalities, show of the year.
Again? Going for it again? We're going for it again. So look, when we get the information, we're going to share the information with you where to vote. Where to vote at. Whenever you see our names, go ahead and cast that vote. Tell your friends, tell your mama, tell your grandmama, tell your granddaddy,
tell mama them.
cousins, aunts, uncles.
Mama them.
All they got to do is go vote. They ain't got to do nothing else special. It takes them a hot second, a hot couple minutes, and then they can go about their business for the rest of the day. But once a day, we need your vote.
Like Tweety said, no, 3 times. You get 3 different IP addresses. You all got 47 email addresses. Get it.
Let's vote, y'all. Let's get this. We trying to go for the 3-peat and become a dynasty, man. Yo. This has been Real Talk Uncensored. I'm Tone.
In the morning, it's Kiki.
And it's the morning show, y'all. We'll see y'all next week.
Peace.